Fellas, what's up? The quack attack is back, Jack. It's been a while. Been way too long. Thought I'd come back and just talk. Kind of what I want to do with this YouTube channel anyways. Let me clear my throat. Oh, man. How does this thing work again? No, I'm kidding. And here's the chair adjustment as I usually make. Anyways, this is what my grind looks like nowadays. This isn't live, so got clubs on the right and I got global on the left. So that's how it goes nowadays, boys. Yeah, I'm not on Club WPT. I hate that site. Not only is their interface and stuff trash, and you could pay for hand analysis from a GTO bot mid-round. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Also, the rake is extremely high. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that website. Okay? Oh, man. This video is a little blurry at times. Hopefully I could fix that. Anyways. It's just a recording of a recording. So what have I been up to? Sorry if there's a skip in the video. I won that ace queen hand. Not like if anyone's paying attention. So where have I been? What's been going on? You know, when I was younger, I thought it was like so important to like maybe not necessarily be famous, but just like I always wanted people to know me, know who I was, feel like I was important. Because I always felt very like unseen, invisible, whatever you want to call it. Probably goes back to some unresolved nonsense from when I was younger. I wasn't cool when I was a little kid. I wasn't cool when I was a teenager. I had some coolness when I was in my 20s. So I thought I'd make a YouTube channel talking about poker so I could be cool again. And now I don't really care anymore. I think all that shit's a waste of time and effort. The only thing that really matters is, well, we could get into it, but just being okay with yourself and your family and doing and hanging out with people that you actually want to see. Anyways, that's not why I made the video. That's why I stopped making videos, is that I just don't care. I also don't care about letting people get good at poker for free. I used to be so like, who cares? Fish aren't studying anyways. Yeah, okay. And then all of a sudden there's 8 million videos online about how to get better at poker, and Club WPT is posting not only letting you solve hands for a small price, but they're talking about poker strategy. Man, I don't even want Fish to know that there is strategy to this game. Real strategy. Of course, everyone that plays poker knows there's some kind of strategy. Excuse me while I sip some tea, but... And then, I don't know. Making poker content for free? Man, I don't know. I just don't know if that's right. If that's the right way to go about it. So anyways, last year I had a really bad year of poker. I was always under-rolled anyways. I think it's obvious for everyone that's ever played with me how under-rolled I was, especially for 510. And I was the main player of 510 like 2 or 3 years ago, right after COVID, on such a small bankroll. Things could go bad quickly, and luckily they didn't go bad until the end of last year. And honestly, I didn't even care at that point. I really didn't care. And that's the thing I learned about self-sabotage is that you self-sabotage because your brain is trying to tell you, stop. I don't want to do this shit anymore. You know? That's what self-sabotage is. I'm interested in this bottom left table. I forgot I don't really remember all these hands. I play 30K, 40K hands a month now. Pretty good turn. Yeah, this video is probably a month old anyways, so I've improved even since then. Just keep improving. That's the key to life, key to poker. So anyways, yeah, you have to bet. This is sped up a little bit. But anyways, I wanted to lose deep down, I think. I honestly believe that. And a lot of people who don't play competitive games or sports or who aren't competitive in general don't understand. Sometimes you want to lose. You seriously do. There's this movie I always talk about. I love it so much. It came out in like 1998. It's called Searching for Bobby Fischer. It's based off of a based off of a real life kid named Josh Waitzkin, who I probably mentioned this on the channel, who was a chess prodigy, chess champion when he was like 9 years old. He was like the youth chess champion of America. And the whole movie talks about, they're quote unquote searching for the next Bobby Fischer, and they're literally searching for him literally too. But they also, they just want to find the next best chess player, and Josh is kind of it. And sorry, I'm kind of interested in my own hands now. It's kind of cool watching this back a month later, seeing things that you watch differently, like this aces hand. I hope I go big here, like half pot. I think I'm betting range for half pot here. It looks like it, yeah. So there's this point in the movie where the kid who's the best chess player by far, it's kind of a bad turn, even though I heavily block ace-5. This kid, he loses one tournament, like in the first or second round, and his dad's just like, how is this even possible? This isn't like poker. This is chess. You can't lose to someone in the second round. And the kid, if it comes out, they kind of find out that he lost on purpose. And it's this form of self-sabotage. He couldn't take the pressure. He wanted to get out. He wanted to be free of the chains that it's not that chess had on him. It's just it's winning. The pressure of winning. And honestly, I think about that all the time. I got this great pistachio vanilla tea from the tea lab over here in Lakewood. It's amazing. Amazing. Anyways. So at one point after 2 years ago when I went to the WSOP, I had the biggest score of my life playing 5-10 against a bunch of Euros. Won like 13, 14, 15K in a week or something. I was like, I'm done with live poker mentally. I didn't think of it at the time. I didn't know at the time, but I was. I didn't care about live poker anymore. If I could sit around and beat a bunch of Euros and 2 whales at 5-10 in Vegas during WSOP, I could beat any game. I didn't really care anymore. And the thing is, I wasn't really getting better. And the game was passing me by. And it really was. It really was. And I started to hate poker. I really did. I hated live. I hated the game. I hated everything about it. I hated it. You spend all this time trying to get good at a game so that you can not work and not have a real job, and yet you work more than a real job. You work harder, you work overtime, you go to sleep dreaming about this game in a bad way because it doesn't end. It never ends. I hated poker, and I had a lot of problems in my personal life too. Not just with like a breakup, which is always difficult, but I had a few friends. Not to get too into it, but I had a few friends pass away in the last 2 years. More than 2 friends, a couple. One was a cousin who lives far in a different state from drugs and stuff. I don't want to get into it, but it's not easy dealing with all that kind of stuff and trying to be competitive. I got really into tennis. I mention it all the time. I got really into watching tennis, and I think to myself, does Carlos Alcaraz, does he have to go through this? Does Djokovic and all these guys, do they have to go through this fucking friends dying and moving 3 times because you're going through a breakup? How could you stay focused, And this is a mental game. And I'm on a low bankroll. I'm playing 5-10 on a bankroll of under 30K. I mean, it's just... And then, of course, I buy a new car, and I'm not making excuses, but I'm just telling you, it's not easy. This life is not easy. But it doesn't matter. I'm here for one reason, is to play poker, be competitive. Kind of want to watch this Ace King hand, and then I'll get into it more. I think I gotta check back here. Of course, he's got Ace Jack. I think without the Ace of Hearts, could bluff there sometimes. So yeah, I wanted to lose. Deep down, I was done with live. And honestly, I thought I was done with poker, and that's the thing I learned. It's like you always learn things like every day. My grandma used to say, you learn something new every day, and she lived to be like almost 90 years old, and she would say, I learn something new every day, and she's so right about it. It's crazy how much you think about your grandparents sometimes. They went through all of this. A long time ago. Like, it's crazy. So anyways, I told myself I'm gonna give it to Christmas. I'm gonna quit poker, and I needed more money. I was running out of money. I just I just didn't care. I didn't care about live. So in order to I took a few months off of whatever, and I came back and I asked my 2 best friends if they would stake me, and we met up at this Chinese restaurant. It was awesome, and they gave me a steak, and I thought I was gonna cry right in front of my 2 best friends because they believed in me. They knew I could. Of course, I could beat live poker. A fucking baby could beat live poker, but it's not even about the strategy, especially live. It's not about strategy. It's about your emotional, I guess, regulation, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, I couldn't do it. So they gave me a couple $1,000s to play again, and I was playing low stakes, and I accepted the fact that, okay, I was once playing the highest stakes in Cleveland, now I'm playing the lowest, but that's okay. Who cares? I'm a poker player for life. That's just what I do. Sometimes you get knocked down, you got to bring yourself back up. And after like being on stake for like a month, maybe less than that, I just couldn't do it anymore again. I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to go to the fucking casino every night with all the low lifes, oh God, I hate that place. So I thought to myself, I'm going to quit poker. I'm just going to play low stakes online and for fun and try to get a new job and build up my coaching program, which I have been actually. And I do like coaching, but I'm not a coach deep down. I'm a player. I hate admitting that to any of my students that are watching. I love having you as students, but I am a player deep down. And sometimes I'd rather just play. So I got off stake, started playing low stakes online just for fun while I picked up more hours at this part-time job. And my friend who helped me before in the past, he said, I'm going to put you on stake, and we're going to do a real coaching program. And we're going to do stuff with MDA, which is mass data analysis. And we're going to learn stuff that they're teaching in the CFPs, the coaching for profit stables online. And you're going to get really good. And I'm going to coach you. And I have info from CFPs and all over. And we're going to coach you. You're going to get good again, and you're going to play mid-stakes online, and you're going to get out of this. And I'm like, why? This is stupid. Okay, I'll try it. And I tried it, and it was really hard for a month. The first couple of months, it was really, really hard. And then and I'm leaving out so much. Like I'm leaving out a lot, but you know, this is just a video, a 13-minute video of me rambling. And all of a sudden, after a couple months of getting coached and going through this extreme boot camp from the CFP, this pseudo CFP that, oh my God, I got good again. And now I just play online. And instead of thinking that I was going to quit poker, now I'm back into it full steam ahead, because now online saved me. Online truly saved me. I can do anything. I can play whenever I want. I could do it at my own speed, at my own pace. I don't have to go to the gross skeevy casino every single day and see people that I actually hate down there. People who want to actually fight sometimes. I've almost gotten in a fight there. Getting into lowlifes and drunks. No, I just stay home. I listen to a podcast and play some fucking poker online and destroy people. I love it. I love online. And honestly, the last thing I want to say, I know this video is going on 15 minutes, but if you're not getting coached, you're not good. You need to learn what the best players are doing. If you are trying to do anything in life solo, you're doing it the hard way. And not just that, like, you know, if I'm going to be very specific with poker here. If you're not getting coached by someone that has MDA stuff and is doing all this stuff that the CFPs are doing, you have no hope online. I mean, maybe you could win like a couple big blinds per 100, like 2 or 1, and get some rake back and make $20K a year playing online poker. But man, after getting coached, man, our win rates are fucking massive. I'm talking everyone in my stable. We're winning at over 10 big blinds per 100 at 100 and 200 NL. And if we go down to 50 NL or 25, I'm sure I could win at close to 15 or 18 big blinds per 100 at 50 NL. And this is something I thought was literally impossible a year ago. Literally impossible. And we were on Bovada. I was on Bovada for a month before we realized it was bot infested and we had to get all my money off. That's a whole story within itself that I'll make a video about. I was winning at 13 big blinds per 100 over 10,000 hands. I know it's only 10,000, but I'm just saying. You need to get coached by a CFP if you want to get good at this game. All the pros at the high stakes have been in a CFP. Okay. And if the European guys like Linus, the guys that are playing 200 NL, I mean 20K NL, that's 100, 200, the big blinds $200. He's in a Linus is in a pseudo CFP. You don't think Linus and all top 20 Swedish dudes or where the hell he's from are talking to each other in a Discord every single day about hands and how to play online poker? You have no chance doing this game solo. Oh, there's so much more for me to talk about, but this video is going to be way too long. Way too long. I just needed to get this out. I did. It's been too long of keeping all these thoughts inside. And I'll make more and I'll talk about it more, but I wanted to just tell people what's going on. And sometimes I just, I'll end with this. You think you need to make a huge change in your life. You need to, quit what you're doing. And maybe you just need some tweaks. Maybe you need to fall in love with something that you used to like. You know what I mean? Anyways. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.